Welcome to our training on designing an overall AI strategy for business solutions. Today, let's get started on understanding why your main focus must be on including the elements of the Microsoft AI Center of Excellence. Welcome to our training on the Microsoft AI Center of Excellence. When designing an overall AI strategy for business solutions, you must include an AI COE as a primary focus. What exactly is it? An effective Microsoft AI Center of Excellence is a strategic organizational function designed to accelerate responsible AI adoption. Basically, it serves as an internal hub of experts who guide and accelerate AI workloads across the entire enterprise. Why do we critically need it? Without it, organizations risk duplicating efforts or facing ungoverned AI adoption, which is also known as shadow AI. How does it work in practice? It aligns business units and technical teams, standardizing development and operational practices so everyone builds the right way. Diving deeper into the strategy, a strong COE blueprint balances technology, business value, organizational readiness, and responsible AI principles for all Microsoft platform deployments. Let's look at this structural flowchart on your screen. On the left side, we have our business units and our technical teams. In many traditional organizations, these groups operate in complete silos, leading to disconnected AI strategies. But here, the arrows flow directly into the central node, the AI Center of Excellence. This acts as the strategic hub connecting the two sides. From this central COE node, the framework drives two primary outputs on the right: standardized AI development and responsible AI governance. By visualizing the architecture in this way, you can easily perceive that the COE is the critical bridge. It is explicitly responsible for translating abstract business needs and raw technical capabilities into secure, unified, and enterprise-grade AI operations. Our first core element of the AI COE is executive sponsorship and leadership. What does this mean? It means your AI COE requires ongoing, top-down support from business and technical leadership. The basics involve executives providing the necessary funding and setting the strategic direction for all AI initiatives. Why is this the foundational element of your strategy? Because AI transformation requires shifting culture and overcoming organizational friction. Leadership is absolutely needed to remove barriers and ensure cross-functional alignment. How do leaders execute this? By clearly communicating the AI vision, organizational goals, and expected outcomes to all stakeholders across the business. In our deep dive, it's critical to note that an executive sponsor isn't just a figurehead who signs a check. When a COE lacks an active executive sponsor, you face stalled adoption. It requires active, continuous advocacy to keep the AI strategy moving forward. This diagram maps out the vital role of the executive sponsor. At the top, the executive sponsor actively pushes three key inputs down into the AI COE node, providing funding, setting strategy, and removing barriers. The COE cannot function effectively without these critical inputs. In turn, the COE outputs cross-functional alignment at the bottom, successfully uniting different departments to work toward a common goal. If you sever the connection between the sponsor and the COE, the flow stops entirely. This visually illustrates why a lack of executive sponsorship directly results in stalled AI adoption across the enterprise. The second core element is AI enablement and skilling. What is this? It's the structured process of educating your workforce to use AI tools effectively and safely. The basics involve the COE proactively building AI learning paths and certification plans for your employees. Why is this required? Because even the best AI platforms will fail to deliver return on investment if users don't know how to interact with them securely. How do we achieve enablement? We develop internal prompt and agent engineering libraries. This allows users to rely on proven instructions rather than starting from scratch. Let's take a deep dive here. Enablement is not just generic software training. Your COE must curate specific resources that elevate normal users into AI champions. By maintaining internal prompt libraries, the COE ensures that when employees build or interact with AI agents, they are using tested, organizationally approved methods that align with your business strategy. Taking a look at this enablement flow, you can see the AI COE on the left acting as a powerful educational engine. It pushes out three specialized resources: structured learning paths, formal certification plans, and curated prompt and agent libraries. Notice how all three of these parallel pathways converge into our final goal on the right: an empowered workforce. This diagram emphasizes that skilling isn't just a single training event. It requires diverse, structured resources from formal certifications for developers to everyday tools like prompt libraries for business users to truly transform how your organization leverages AI. Our third core element is incredibly important: AI governance and standards. What is this? It is the formal establishment of the rules of engagement and policies for all AI projects across the business. The basics require your COE to document and publish enterprise-wide AI standards, defining strict guardrails, approved tools, and security baselines. Why? Because without strong governance, you expose the organization to major compliance risks, data leaks, and what we call shadow AI. How do you govern effectively? By establishing clear auditability, transparency, and compliance models. Going deeper, governance isn't just about preventing data loss. It's also about proactively managing content safety and enforcing ethical AI practices. Your COE must ensure every AI agent deployed aligns perfectly with Microsoft's responsible AI principles, applying systematic oversight so that models remain fair, reliable, and secure for all users. This flowchart breaks down the governance and standards pillar. The main node at the top distributes responsibilities into three critical areas: publishing enterprise AI standards, setting strict security baselines, and establishing robust audit and compliance models. These three areas act as the protective shield for your organization. They all feed directly into safe AI operations at the bottom. Without this structure, as you can easily perceive, the deployment of AI becomes chaotic and highly risky. If your COE lacks data governance entirely, you immediately invite severe compliance risks into your enterprise. Moving on to our fourth element, project intake and prioritization. What is this function? It is exactly how the COE manages the ongoing pipeline of AI requests coming from various business units. The basics involve systematically evaluating the business value and technical feasibility of every single proposed AI project. Why is this a core element of your strategy? Because enterprise AI development resources are highly valuable and organizations must avoid wasting time on low-value or overly risky projects. How is prioritization handled? The COE scores projects by carefully balancing three factors: risk, opportunity, and organizational readiness. In our deep dive, we see that the COE is effectively managing an entire AI project portfolio. It acts as an investment board for technology. However, it's critical to remember a key anti-pattern. The COE must act as an enabler, not just a gatekeeper. If the intake process is too rigid or slow, teams will bypass the COE entirely. Let's trace the intake lifecycle on this visual map. On the far left, a business request enters the system and hits the central AI COE intake gateway. From here, the COE runs a multifaceted evaluation. It assesses the value, ensuring high ROI. It assesses the risk, ensuring the project is low risk. And it assesses readiness, ensuring high readiness. Only when a project successfully passes these evaluation filters does it move to the right and officially enter the approved AI portfolio. This mechanism guarantees that your enterprise focuses its capital and engineering talent only on safe, viable, and highly impactful AI initiatives. Our fifth element is delivery support. What does delivery support entail? It provides the tangible technical enablement that allows development teams to actually build and deploy the AI solutions. The basics include the COE proactively providing standardized architecture patterns, reusable templates, and documented best practices. Why is this completely necessary? To ensure consistency across the enterprise. It prevents every team from reinventing the wheel when they want to deploy a new Copilot agent or a custom model. How do we provide this support? By maintaining a central repository of approved design patterns that align with the well-architected framework. Let's deep dive into this value. Providing delivery support means the COE actively helps teams transition from ideation to production. By handing developers pre-approved templates and architectural blueprints, the COE drastically accelerates development timelines while simultaneously guaranteeing that every new AI solution adheres to the enterprise's strict security and governance baselines. This diagram highlights exactly how the COE accelerates development. The delivery support node at the top breaks down into the three key technical assets the COE provides directly to developers: architecture patterns, reusable templates, and best practices. Instead of starting their projects from zero, development teams utilize these assets, which all funnel down into our desired outcome: accelerated deployment. This visual makes it incredibly clear that a successful COE isn't just about writing rules and policies. It is heavily focused on giving engineering teams the practical tools they need to build AI solutions faster and safer. Now, we must examine the risks and anti-patterns that emerge when an AI center of excellence is missing or inadequate. What are failure modes? They are the highly predictable ways an enterprise AI strategy breaks down without proper centralization. The basics include severe issues like the rise of shadow AI, where departments independently buy or build ungoverned AI tools. Why does this happen? Usually, it is due to either undergovernance, which creates massive compliance risks, or over-centralization, which creates frustrating bottlenecks for developers. How do we spot these anti-patterns? Look for a COE acting as a strict gatekeeper instead of an enabler, or a complete lack of executive sponsorship leading to stalled adoption. In our deep dive, another major risk is the total lack of change management. Even if you build perfect AI agents, without a COE actively driving change management and user adoption, the technology will just sit unused, resulting in low adoption and wasted enterprise investment. This warning diagram illustrates the severe consequences of a missing or flawed COE. The root cause at the top splits into three major anti-patterns that plague enterprises. If you have over-centralization, it directly causes bottlenecks, slowing down the business. If you suffer from undergovernance, it leads straight to shadow AI and extremely high compliance risk. If there is no change management, it directly results in low adoption of the tools. By mapping these specific failure modes, solution architects can easily perceive exactly what they are trying to avoid when they design a well-balanced, Microsoft-aligned AI center of excellence. For our final slide, let's tie it all together, the COE as the core of your overall AI strategy. What we have built today is a comprehensive blueprint for enterprise AI. The basics require you to seamlessly align the 5 pillars we discussed: leadership, skilling, governance, intake, and delivery support. Why must this be the main focus of your architecture? Because an effective Microsoft AI Center of Excellence is the only proven way to ensure AI initiatives are truly scalable, responsible, and value-generating across the entire organization. How do you sustain it? By treating the COE as a continuous lifecycle engine that dynamically adapts as Microsoft AI platforms evolve. Deep diving into the final outcome, establishing this COE ensures that whether your teams are building simple task agents in Copilot Studio or highly complex custom models in Azure AI Foundry, every single workload is enterprise-grade, ethically sound, and perfectly aligned with your strategic business objectives. Let's review this culminating diagram. We see our 5 core elements: leadership, skilling, governance, intake, and delivery stacked on the left. They all point inward, feeding directly into the central AI COE hub. This signifies that an AI center of excellence is not just one single thing, it is the powerful synthesis of these 5 distinct disciplines. The output from this central hub is a single, clear result on the right: scalable enterprise AI. This visual perfectly encapsulates why your overall AI strategy must focus heavily on designing and implementing a robust Microsoft AI Center of Excellence to achieve true, lasting business transformation.